Hey, you.
Are you talking to me?
Do you suck at MX bikes?
A little bit, yeah.
Do your settings make you eat crap all the time?
Yeah, they do.
Well, I got you covered. Here are my 2025 settings for MX bikes.
What the fuck?
Alright, my settings video in MX bikes. I'm just going to get right to it. I'm going to show you all of my settings, what they do, and how they can improve your lap time on MX bikes. Here we go. Alright, so we are here on the menu screen in MX bikes. First thing I will be going over is the controls right here. You have your lean, throttle, brake, rear brake, clutch, rider forward and back, rider left and right, and just some rider tracking, which I have that disabled. But real quick, this the lean, if you go down here, the lean is going to be this yellow right here. So I am pushing left and now I'm pushing right. Throttle obviously is the green. Brake, I have combined brakes, which are right here. Do not max these out. If you max out the brakes, you will go over. As you can tell, there's a little gap right below there. My clutch and rear brake are combined, so it's going to be my left bumper. That way I can brake tap really easily without having to press any other button. It's just, it's one button, so pretty easy. You don't need a special controller to do that. You just got to pair it up. For direct lean, I will put up a little comparison of 0 and 100. I have mine at 65. It feels good in the ruts. This is only really for motocross. My supercross settings are completely shit. So yeah, for motocross, I run about 65 to 60 or maybe 70. Just kind of depends on what I'm feeling. But for the most part, run a pretty low direct lean. I know some people run 100, but not me. Your combined brakes. You need combined brakes or you're not really going to stop as well. Your minimum needs to be 10%. As you can see right here, take a look as I go ahead and drop it down. It gains just a little bit, so you do not want that. You're going to have to go put that to 10 and your maximum to about 108. So you don't want that red to be hitting right there. You want that to barely just not hit, which is about 108 for me, or maybe 106. But yeah, so real quick, we're going to go over everything here. We got lean, throttle, brake, My hands do not really work very well. It's almost like I'm kind of on the special ed, spectrum. My hands just do whatever they want, so bear with me. My lean, dead zone is at 10%, so if I barely move my stick, it barely starts to go. So 10% there. Linearity, if you watch this right here, it's how quickly it speeds up or down. So if I turn it to 100 and I fully press it, compared to 0, you see at the beginning, right here, it really speeds up. But if I go to 200, it's slow, and then it speeds up right here at the end. So I normally have that at like 120 or 122. Just, it depends. Smooth leaning. That is all for me. I normally had this at like 70, but I couldn't really get a hang of it. So I just put it down to 50. You can turn into corners really well, really sharp. Also, one thing that I literally have no one seeing is why don't people turn their release to 100%? This makes it really, really, really easy to get out of a corner. You don't have to go back and turn the other way on your stick. You just, hit the lean and it'll bring you back up really nice and really, really smooth actually. My gain is going to be at 96. I actually tweak with this. I might go like 94 or 98. Depends on what I'm feeling, especially in Supercross. I change these settings quite a bit. Throttle, I'm going to have to do linearity at 200. I did a little test the other day on a 450. I leaned all the way back. I'm leaning back, and I just held her wide, and this made it so I wouldn't wheelie over as much. So if you look down here where my throttle is, see how it goes up really nice and slow? If you put it to 0, it'll go up really fast. So I just want that to be slow, especially on a 450. I don't want to keep looping out. Smooth, obviously, you want it to be 100%, or at least I do, because I am not smooth, as you can tell. So right there, I'm kind of shaky with my finger. So if I put it to smooth, it's it's pretty good. So boom, smooth, and then 58 release. I had it at 100, but I don't know, I kept kind of looping out a little bit. Going on to my brake. This is yes, so this is going to be combined brakes. Linearity is at 115. Doesn't really matter too much. I normally have it at 100. Smooth brakes, obviously, you don't want to be grabbing the brake and endoing over. That just wouldn't be good. My gain is obviously down, so then as you look down here, if I turn it down, I don't have as much brake pressure. If I turn it all the way up, I have a lot of brakes. So I like to have it just to where it barely brakes it, so I don't loop out. Rear brake, again, same thing. My rear brake is my LB, so that has a little gap there. It is smooth. It is on smooth, but it matches up with my clutch. So they basically hit the same, when I hit my rear brake, and my clutch, they do the same thing, so I can brake tap in the air. Clutch, yet again, pretty easy, smooth with a 100% release, so that way when I do hit the rear brake and hit the gas and the clutch, it's a nice smooth release, especially on the starting 8. You want to have a nice smooth clutch drop so you don't loop out. Rider front and back, this is personal preference. Mine is super slow. As you can tell, my gain is 93, so I don't quite hit all the way up top. If you see right there, it's barely out of the square, so about right there, which I'll turn it up a little bit. But yeah, that just helps me. And then left and right, this one is actually way down because I seem to counter lean too much in this game. So as you can see, my little dot, it's right there, it's at 72. If I turn that up, it's going to go outside. If I turn it down, it's going to go more towards the middle. So 72 is a pretty good spot for me. My input, this isn't really too necessary, but I guess I'd show it anyways. My gearbox, shift up and shift down is B and X. I'm using an Xbox controller, by the way, but I do have paddles on the back. I have a scuff controller, so on the back, they're combined. So on my back paddle, it's a shift up and shift down. I don't have starter. You don't need to start your bike. You need to push your bike, and that is going to be A for me. And then sit down is going to be my right stick. That's just what I feel comfortable with. That's the stick that you also use to lean your rider, like counter lean. That is not the stick you need to turn. Direct sit, I do not have that on. I really struggle with keeping my fingers steady when I have to hold something down, so I just have it like you press it once and you're sitting down, you press it again, you're standing up. Dab, you don't have that. Track reset is left. Oops, sorry. Track marker is going to be a hold down the right, and reset is just click left once. So change view is just like on any other game. It's going to be the button with the 2 squares on it, the select button. And then look back is, oops, press down on the D-pad. Heading, I have no idea what that means. Tear off is obviously the other stick. I also have that. I have a paddle on the back. My raise arm or wave is up on the D-pad. Pretty self-explanatory. This is actually, I'm not going to go over too much of this. This is just for YouTube stuff. If I want to get a thumbnail or I want to check out a track, you can look at that really quick. Graphics. Okay, here's where I'm going to give you a little tip. I'm not going to go too much into detail, but if you look up to my to the top right of your screen, you will see this. This is the how much frames I'm pulling in. These are the perfect settings if you want to pull 160 FPS. So you want to do as much as your monitor can handle. Mine is a 1920 by 1080, 32 bits. Refresh rate is default. No VSync. Anti-aliasing is off. Your screen ratio, just set it to resolution. That's default. You want your textures to be high. That will help you if someone joins your lobby. You will not lag. So if you turn it to low, you're gonna lag when someone gets into your lobby. Dynamic shadows, I have it set to off so I can see a little bit better. Reflections I have on, and shaders I have on as well. Draw distance, models, terrain, all set to low to give you that crispy 160 to 180 FPS. 3D grass and track screens are also turned off. Miscellaneous stuff, just go through that really quick. This you're gonna need to be really high so you get some good connections when you are online. But this is where the fun stuff is. My onboard view and my external view, I think I mastered these pretty well. My field of view is 108, tilt is 6, pitch is 39. I actually changed that about 2 days ago. It was at like 10 and I didn't like it. I have a little bit of corner at anticipation just so my guy can look at the ruts and I can get a better understanding of what I'm going into. I have show rider stand, that way when I am on the bike I can see, hey, am I standing or I'm sitting. Doesn't really matter because I should have automatic sit, I don't know why. Actually I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, here's all my external stuff. I have dynamic and follow bike on, 52, 56, and 0 for all these settings. Lean help off, shift help off, automatic shift off, shift help, automatic clutch, brake help, and automatic tire change are all on. It's pretty good to have automatic rider dab, but that's just personal preference. When I ride Supercross, I have automatic sit on. It helps me because there's a lot of sitting and standing you have to do in MX bikes, and my fingers just do not go that quick. So that is gonna be my settings video. It was super quick, and hopefully it was super helpful to you guys. Like I said, there should be some videos popping up of examples of what the most critical settings do for you here in MX Bikes. Also, Christmas is right around the corner, so I might as well give you guys a free gift.